Good morning, my dear friends. My name is Mario Pedro Gould, and you are now tuned into the Alpha Success Television Network. And this morning, I am waking up with an extra dose of motivation, an extra dose of inspiration. So it's your lucky day because I'm about to drop some jewels of wisdom coming your way. So the question that I have for you is a very, 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 very important question that you want to ask yourself. You want to ask yourself on a day-to-day basis, okay? And the question goes something like this. Okay, I gotta get my hand right. I don't want to block the camera. The question goes something like this. Why is it that I am not getting what I want in my life? Have you asked yourself this question? Why is it that I am not getting what it is that I want in my life? Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about vision and priorities. We're talking about vision and priorities. The number one reason you are not getting what it is that you want out of life is because of one of two things. Number one is that you may be in a situation where you do not even know what it is that you want out of life. That's one situation. The second situation could be a situation whereby you used to know what it is that you wanted out of life, but you do not know what you want out of life anymore. So all in all, it means that you have lost a sense of vision for your life. And when you lose a sense of vision for your life, automatically your day-to-day priorities, your hour-to-hour priorities, your minute-to-minute priorities will not be aligned with what it is that you say you want for your life. So I'm going to give you quite a few examples here in today's conversation, and I'd like you to take these examples and see what area of your life they're applicable. So it's a beautiful morning out here in Vancouver, so let me come outside and we can get some, I can get some fresh air, breathing that prana, so I can communicate to you with more enthusiasm. Feels good out here. Feels good out here. So here we go. A few experiences I've had this week really honed into me the importance of vision and priorities. And number one was that during this past week, ladies and gentlemen, I had a situation whereby one of the businesses that I am running, I'm presently running, own, operate, or invest in about 4 or 5 businesses. And one of the main businesses that I'm involved in was experiencing a significant amount of struggle. Significant amount of struggle, you know, the kind of struggle that can lead to the closing down of the business. And I asked myself some very critical questions throughout the course of this week. You know, why is the business not performing? Why is it that we're having some cash flow problems? Now, even if you're not a businessman, I want you to pay special attention to this conversation because it's applicable in every area of your life. And I realized that when I asked myself this question, I realized that the problem that we're having is got nothing to do with, or maybe we don't have enough sales, or maybe we're not using the right strategies. The problems that we were experiencing in the business has been a result of a direct loss of direction for the vision that we set to be the number one distributor, you know, in Africa, in Eastern Africa, in Kenya. Once I had this revolutionary breakthrough in my thinking, then I started putting systems in place to really change the strategic direction of this business. And when I did this, I realized that, hey, you know what? If one of my businesses was losing direction, had lost its vision, let me look back in my life and see where I have lost direction, because my business is a reflection of me. So if I've lost direction in my business, then I definitely have lost direction in my own life somewhere. And I started looking closely into my own life, and I realized that I have kind of lost the vision for the high level of fitness that I had aspired to. And I've been kind of getting a little bit lazy. I got up this morning and I wanted to skip yoga. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, I gotta go to yoga because I have my vision of the kind of body that I want to have, of the kind of bounce I want to have to my step, the appearance I want to have, the strength, the balance, the flexibility that I want to have for my body. So my vision is locked in. So as soon as I'm done doing this video, I'll upload it and I'm gonna go to the yoga studio. Okay, maybe business is not your game, maybe fitness is not your game, but maybe have a look at the area of relationships. Okay, you know, if you are in a relationship and you believe that this is the right person that is for you, and you're having a lot of significant challenges in your relationship, is it possible that you have lost the vision that you had established with your partner in the beginning of the life that you wanted to live? But let me not talk about that, because I am not in a relationship, I am single. So let me use my own example. You know, I noticed that when I'm not very clear in the type of woman that I want to attract in my life, then I end up attracting the wrong women into my life because my vision is clouded. So right now I've actually taken some time to really hone in on, you know, the kind of woman that I'm looking for that can play the game that I want to play. The kind of woman that I'm looking for that is mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, relationally successful, or on that journey of being success. And because I know the vision of the kind of woman that I want to attract, now I go out and I meet a plethora of women, and I take women out on dates and I get to know them. And as I'm going through that process, of course, I'm getting some significant practice and preparation for when the right woman comes through. But when I'm going through that process, ladies and gentlemen, I'm also determining right away when I'm interacting with a woman if it's a person that I want to bring into my space, into my home, into my bed. Ladies and gentlemen, my vision is clear. So I've given you a few examples here, you know, that has to do with the vision that I have for myself, you know, as it pertains to the relationships I want to have, as it pertains to the high level of fitness that I want to have. The vision that I want to have for the businesses that I'm going to be involved in are very clear. And what other vision do I have that's very key? Yeah, another vision that I have that's very, very key is the vision of the life that I want to live, the legacy I want to create, the difference I want to make for myself and for my family, the cities in the world I want to live in, the cars I want to drive, the concerts, the Pavarotti concerts I want to attend in Italy, Florence. My vision is clear, ladies and gentlemen. So what about you? What is it that you really, 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 really want in the key arenas of your life? Okay? Now, if you cannot answer this question, here is where the rubber meets the road. Here is where you begin to have some significant challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, when you cannot answer the question as to what it is that you want out of life, then automatically your priorities will not be in line with what it is that you say that you want. If you don't have a clear vision of the body, the ideal body that you want, your priorities will not be aligned to that vision, right? So maybe you said that I didn't communicate that very well. So let me rewind this. You say that you want to have a very, very fit physical body, but you don't have that vision locked into your mind. What happens when you go out onto your day-to-day activities and you go into the neighborhood bakery and you see that beautiful chocolate banana muffin with some icing on top? Chances are you'll just pick it up without even thinking. What are you going to do when you get up in the morning and your mind tells you, hey, you know what, let's not go and work out today? Chances are you will find something else to do. Your priorities are not in alignment with what you say that you want. This applies in your business. This applies in your life. You know, the level of success that you want to create. It aspires to your dating. It aspires to even your own personal development and self-help initiatives to grow spiritually and emotionally. So, because I know now very clearly what is the vision that I have for myself, now I go back to the drawing board and I align all my priorities. Okay, when it pertains to the game of business, this is where I want all my 4 companies to go. What is it that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, hour-to-hour basis, minute-to-minute basis to create the systems, procedures, policies, and standard operating procedures to lead to that. My fitness game, I want to have a very, very fit body. I'm going paddleboarding in a couple of days with a lady friend of mine here in Vancouver. When I take off my shirt, I want to feel great. What am I doing? Am I doing my yoga? Am I eating my right food? Am I drinking my juices? Am I doing my push-ups and my pull-ups? Ladies and gentlemen, this is called priorities in alignment with your vision. So let us summarize this conversation so that you can take it and make it applicable to you in your life today. Hone in on what it is that you want. Maybe it is